Hey everyone, today I'll be reviewing the RF Admiral Basisty, which is the final award for the October 2023 Battle Pass. As usual, we'll cover the ship's stats, firepower, survivability, usage tips, and at the end, I'll give my final opinion on whether it's worth getting or not. Here are the fully upgraded stats of the ship. It has nearly the same durability as Zhongzhou the Great, which is much greater than that of Ted Stevens. Its speed is lower than that of Anshar, but both share the same maneuverability. Its radar range is lower than that of Anshar and Leader, while its sonar range is the same as that of Ted Stevens, which is lower than that of Zhongzhou the Great. Firepower-wise, it's great, and unlike most destroyers in the game, it's dominated by cannon and grenade launcher, as it has 2 of the former and 3 of the latter, which is more than what destroyers in Tier 3 usually have. And on top of that, they're customizable, giving them limitless damage potential. With these weapons, it can instantly inflict damage like a battleship, since they don't need to lock onto the target before firing, and its projectiles aren't affected by countermeasures, unless it's using a grenade launcher with guided ammo. As for its missiles, it has only 2, which makes its missile firepower quite weak, but it will help you fight against opponents with high speed at long range, which is difficult to do with cannons and grenade launchers with unguided ammo. Since the ship has 3 grenade launchers, we can safely assume its anti-submarine capability is good. However, it also comes equipped with 2 torpedoes, which makes its anti-submarine capability even better. Unfortunately, these torpedoes are locked onto the ship, so you can't further improve their damage potential. But the torpedo used by the ship is decent. It is more powerful than the Black Shark torpedo and has a shorter reloading time, but it has a slower speed, even slightly slower than the Spearfish, and it delivers less burst damage than the Black Shark due to it having a round per shot of 1. Survivability wise, it's pretty good because it has high durability and a strong anti-air capability. This allows the ship to withstand attacks better than some other destroyers, while also being effective at shooting down or damaging aerial threats. The ship has 6 air defenses, 4 of which aren't locked onto the ship, while the other 2 are locked onto the ship. This locked air defense isn't as good as that of Ted Stevens, but it has higher burst damage, making it more lethal. As for its agility, it's technically the poorest for a destroyer because it has the lowest speed and lowest maneuverability. However, its maneuverability is low on paper. It is actually way better than what the RF Leader has once you bring them into battle. So this ship will have no problem navigating through narrow areas of the map, but it will be difficult for the ship to reach there quickly since its speed is a liability. To use the ship effectively, you need to take an offensive approach. It excels in the front lines, dealing huge amount of damage to opponents, advancing toward the enemy, or pushing back their advance. With its firepower, it should be able to achieve all of this, especially when equipped with some of the best weapons in the game. However, always keep in mind that it is still a destroyer, and teamwork is crucial. If you overestimate its strength and assume it can take on an entire enemy team alone, don't expect to secure many victories. This is especially important to keep in mind, as the ship is often regarded as the best destroyer, leading some to have overly high expectations of its capabilities. Aside from that, watch out for opponents using high-speed ships that attack from long range. The ship struggles against them due to its weak missile firepower and poor speed, and it gets even worse if your aim is off. If you let your guard down, they can disrupt your strategy and hit you hard when you least expect it. Since the ship excels in close and mid-range combat, you should push or lure them into those engagements to gain the upper hand. Lastly, because it excels in those engagements, you can use it aggressively. But that of course doesn't mean that you should throw your brains away and fight every enemy near you. You should always check if your ship is strong enough to take on your opponent directly and by itself. And just to be safe, you should also find a way to attack while not straying too far from obstacles, in order to ensure a quick retreat if needed, because as mentioned earlier, its lack of speed could get you eliminated before you reach safety. Here is my build for Admiral Basisty if you guys are interested with it. I use the BrahMos 2 missile because it has good power and it's difficult for the opponent to stop it with their air defense because it has great speed and a round per shot of 2. On top of that, it will be within a 2x1 missile slot, which further increases its chances of hitting the target. For the cannon, I chose the TMF because it has great damage output and is one of the few good cannons I own. Another cannon I like using on this ship is the Den Shogun, mainly for its cool projectile and incredible power. However, I don't use it as often as the TMF due to its long reload time and the fact that you can't currently use it in ranked matches. I use the TRG for the grenade launcher because of its incredible power. With the 3x1 slot, it will inflict a lot of damage, especially on submarines. However, you have to be wary of torpedoes because it can't intercept them. I chose Phenom for the helicopter because of its 2 evasion reserves, which give you a second chance to use the helicopter if the first one is shot down. This is a feature currently not commonly found on many helicopters, and it could give you a huge advantage in battle. For the air defense, I used Garpan because of its range, but after multiple battles with it, I suggest using those with a bit more power, such as the RIM 162D or the Sea Darts. Here are the advantages and disadvantages of the ship. Overall, it's a great ship and definitely worth acquiring. It's easy to see why it's considered one of the best destroyers in the game. It's a versatile ship that performs well in many situations. It can take on most enemies you'll face in battle and deal serious damage to them. While its speed is in the slower side and can be frustrating at times, it's manageable and its strengths far outweigh its single weakness. I'm very impressed with its capabilities, and it is certainly going to be one of my favorite destroyers. Having the ship in your team with a player who knows how to use it can make it really tough for the enemy to fight back. If you're looking for a destroyer with strong offensive power that relies on aimed weapons, this is currently the best option out there. Now, I'll leave you guys a video of the gameplay of the ship for you guys to see how it performs in battle. And that will be it for today's video. Hopefully you guys like it, and if you all did, please leave a like and subscribe to support me. Thank you so much for watching.